Give me 10 seconds and I will show you exactly where to look so people stop being mysteries. Not their face first, not a vibe. Three things you can see and hear in any room: posture, tone, timing. Do this fast baseline and shift scan, and your next move gets very clean. No guessing, just what changed and what that means for you. The goal here is calm clarity in real life. Here is how to get it. Most of us try to read faces and guess motive. That is noisy. You will learn a simple baseline and shift scan so you respond to facts, not stories. Your snap judgments can form in about 1/10 of a second. That is normal. We slow that down. We anchor to changes you can point to. By the end, you will have a defender-grade checklist you can run in any room. You will watch posture, tone, and timing. Then you will act with quiet confidence. One clean question here, a calm pivot there, a steady boundary when you need it. Your choices come from what changed, not from a story you made up in your head. There are no magic tells. A huge review of over 200 studies found people spot lies at about 54%. That is barely better than a coin flip. So we stop hunting for a single cue. We compare the person to themselves. Baseline first. Then we watch for shifts under the same kind of pressure. We are not mind reading, we are shift reading. Center yourself first. 3 seconds. Exhale long and slow. Drop your shoulders. Soften your eyes. If your own arousal is high, your brain invents stories about them. Set one intent in a simple line. Say in your head, understand, do not convince. That one sentence keeps you steady. A 3-second self-check often improves your read more than staring hard at their face. Step 1. Posture and orientation baseline. Lock in their default in this setting. What way is the torso pointing? Where are the feet aimed? How high or tight are the shoulders? Are they still or fidgeting? Note self-touch like face or neck rubs. People can manage faces. The lower body leaks more. Feet and torso often show disengagement or discomfort first. First date example. He is animated when he tells travel stories. Feet point toward you, posture open. That is his baseline. Then family comes up. His feet swing toward the aisle like he might leave. Shoulders creep up. Sentences get short. More fillers slide in. You do not poke at the sore spot. You pivot with care. You say, happy to change topics. Want another coffee? Work example. You are in a hallway chat with your manager. Before the ask, she stands square to you. Shoulders down, hands quiet. That is your baseline. You bring up a stretch project. She angles her torso slightly toward her office. One foot points that way. Her fingers start to pick at a ring. You read it as a load cue, not a threat. You adjust your ask. Step 2. Tone, pitch, and pace. Anchor their normal cadence early. Average speech is around 150 to 160 words a minute. But the signal is not the number. It is the shift within this person. Pitch tends to rise under stress. Listen for their voice sitting higher than it did 5 minutes ago. Notice speed changes after key moments. Client call example. In email, she was fast and interruptive. On the call, she slows. She leaves longer gaps. She adds hedges like maybe and we will see. Your old reflex is to cut price. Do not do it. Name the real question. Say, what would make this a clear yes? Her cadence flagged internal resistance. You surface it so you can solve the right problem. 2 quick tricks for voice. First, hold a mental snapshot of their pitch from the small talk phase. Check if it sits a notch higher after the stakes go up. Second, count a beat after you ask a key question. If they used to answer fast and now they take longer, do not fill that gap. The pause is gold. Let it talk while you breathe. Step 3. Timing and turn-taking. Most conversations have a snap rhythm. The typical gap between speakers is around 0.2 of a second. That is fast. When you ask a sensitive question and the gap grows much longer than their usual, it often means they are under load. They are thinking hard, or they feel a push and are weighing a move. Salary example. You anchor your number. All morning, her rhythm was quick, shoulders down, steady pace around 160 words a minute. After your ask, her lips press thin for a blink. Her torso angles a touch away. Then her reply starts after a long pause compared to her usual beat. Her pitch sits a bit higher than before. You stay calm and specific. Silence is not a void you must fix. It is a live signal. When the topic gets tough, most of us start talking to ease the tension. Do less. Breathe and watch. The pause length, the eye shift, the shoulder height, their breath. You learn more from that one beat than from 5 fast sentences. Let the space do some work for you. Step 4. Verbal patterns, not proofs. Listen for hedges like maybe and sort of. Notice qualifiers like to be honest. Watch for sudden vagueness after a run of specifics. These alone prove nothing. They gain meaning when they show up with posture and tone shifts. That cluster tells you there is strain or a hidden concern. Treat it as a flag to explore. Reflect and clarify. Do not accuse. You can say, sounds like there is a hesitation. What is under that? Or, you went from very clear to more vague there. What changed? Gentle and direct wins. It opens the door without a fight. You are not trying to corner them. You are trying to see the real roadblock so you can handle it well. Step 5. Micro-expressions. Treat them as one data point. These tiny face flashes can happen in about 1/20th to 1/5 of a second. You will miss plenty. That is fine. If you catch one, use it only when it lines up with other changes. A quick lip press plus a torso shift matters more than a face flicker alone. We map patterns, not hunt lies. Decide by clusters in direction. Use a rule of 3. 1 cue is noise. 3 in the same direction is a signal you can move on. For example, feet pivot away, pitch sits higher, and the pause after your ask grows. That points to discomfort or resistance. You do not need to win. You need clarity. Then you choose. Ask, pivot, slow down, or set a boundary. Guardrails keep you accurate. Context and culture shift norms. Some roles and groups use longer pauses. Some avoid strong eye contact. Always compare them to themselves in this conversation. Also, neurodiversity, anxiety, fatigue, or meds can change eye contact, fidgeting, and tone. Do not label. Do not diagnose. Stay curious. Read patterns over time, not single moments. One more myth to drop. That 7:38:55 rule you see online was narrow. It only fit feelings under conflict where words and tone did not match. It is not a law for all talk. Do not use it to rank channels of communication. Keep your eyes on your baseline and your shifts. That is where the real accuracy lives. Here is a fair note. Brief first looks can be above chance. It is called thin slicing. But the way to boost that is not a stereotype. It is a baseline. Lock what is normal for them here. Then watch the movement after a key moment. That is the edge you can trust far more than a hunch about their face. The 10-second quick scan. Seconds 1 to 3. Center. Exhale long. Drop your shoulders. Set your intent. Say, understand, do not convince. Your nervous system settles. Your eyes clear. You are ready to see what is real. It takes only a breath and a thought, but it changes the whole read. Seconds 4 to 6. Baseline. Note posture and orientation. Check general stillness or fidget. Hold a mental snapshot of their average pitch and pace during easy talk. You are not judging, you are logging normal in this room, with you, right now. That gives you something to compare when the stakes rise. Seconds 7 to 10. Drop a key prompt and watch for shifts. Feet or torso change. Pitch sits higher. Pace speeds or slows. The gap before they answer grows. New hedges and qualifiers pop up. If you see two or more that point in the same direction, act, clarify, slow down, or pivot the topic. Keep it clean and kind. Reframe the whole game. You are not reading minds. You are reading movement from baseline. One action to try today. In your next conversation, spend the first minute quietly logging their baseline for posture, pace, and pitch. Then ask one clear question. Before you speak again, scan for any two shifts. If you spot them, steer with one simple follow-up. Want more clear, ethical reads like this? Subscribe to MindMote for calm, defender-grade skills you can use right away. If this gave you an edge, subscribe to MindMote and stop being the easiest person in the room to read. There are more calm, defender-grade breakdowns on the channel. If you found this useful, tap subscribe and leave a like. Stick around and pick your next video. Keep your center, and I will see you next time.